If you're choosing whole grain bread, turkey wraps, soup, salad, or a healthy restaurant bowl because you're trying to protect your heart, here's the problem. That food can look healthy while carrying a sodium load you never see coming. And if you think the salt shaker is the main thing to watch, you're looking in the wrong place. More than 70% of the sodium Americans eat comes from packaged, prepared, and restaurant foods. And one of the biggest traps doesn't even taste especially salty. By the end of this video, you'll know exactly where to look before that healthy choice quietly pushes your sodium much higher than you expected. First, separate salt from sodium. Table salt is sodium chloride, but the number you see on a nutrition facts label is sodium. Your body needs some sodium to function. The problem is excess. Americans consume more than 3,300 milligrams of sodium per day on average, while federal guidance recommends less than 2,300 milligrams per day for teens and adults. Too much sodium encourages the body to retain more water. That extra fluid increases the volume of blood moving through your vessels, which can raise blood pressure and force the cardiovascular system to work harder. Over time, that matters because high blood pressure increases the risk of heart disease and stroke. Now here's where people get fooled. The first trap is bread and wraps. Most people don't look at whole grain bread and think, salt. It doesn't taste like chips. It doesn't look like fast food. But breads and tortillas are among common sources of sodium in the American diet, and the problem isn't always one slice, it's repetition. 2 slices here, a wrap later, another serving with dinner. Moderate amounts can stack up across the day, and different products in the same category can contain very different amounts of sodium. But bread is only the beginning. The next trap is the healthy sandwich. You start with whole grain bread, add sliced turkey because it looks lean, add cheese, maybe mustard, pickles, or a sauce. Every ingredient looks normal by itself. Together they can turn one supposedly heart-smart lunch into a sodium pileup. Cold cuts and cured meats, breads, and sandwiches are all major contributors of sodium in American diets. And here's the part many people miss. Lean does not mean low sodium. A food can be low in fat, high in protein, whole grain, or marketed as a better choice and still contain substantial sodium. Those descriptions answer different questions. None of them automatically tells you what the sodium number looks like. And there's another food that catches people off guard. Chicken. Plain, unseasoned chicken can fit perfectly well into a healthy eating pattern. But some poultry is sold already seasoned or treated with flavoring solutions that add sodium before it ever reaches your kitchen. That means 2 packages of chicken can look almost identical while giving you very different sodium numbers. Now think about the foods built around it. A grilled chicken wrap, a protein bowl, a turkey sandwich. The meat can be lean, the vegetables can be fresh. But then come the bread, seasoning, cheese, dressing, pickled toppings, and sauce. This is the pattern you need to see. Sodium doesn't have to dominate one ingredient. It can arrive from several ordinary ingredients at once. Now let's talk about soup. Soup feels safe. It's warm, light, maybe packed with vegetables, beans, chicken, or lentils. But prepared and canned soups are classic places for sodium to hide. Soup repeatedly appears among the major dietary sodium sources identified by U.S. health authorities. And if you're thinking, fine, I'll just eat salad. This next trap is even better disguised. The vegetables usually aren't what transforms the meal. It's everything surrounding them. Dressings, cheese, olives, pickled vegetables, seasoned chicken, croutons, sauces, restaurant toppings. A salad can begin with lettuce and vegetables and finish as a meal containing far more sodium than you expected. That doesn't make salad unhealthy. It means the word salad tells you almost nothing about the sodium content of the finished meal. And this is why taste is such a bad detector. Foods don't need to taste extremely salty to contribute meaningful sodium. Sodium compounds are used for flavor, preserving, curing, baking, thickening, retaining moisture, and other food production purposes. Even bread can become an important sodium source simply because people eat it frequently. So waiting for your tongue to warn you is a weak strategy. And now we get to why all of this matters. Too much sodium can raise blood pressure, and you don't need to feel that happening. That's what makes this so easy to ignore. The meal looks normal, it tastes normal, you feel normal. Meanwhile, the sodium from multiple meals can keep accumulating across the day. And there's a reason the daily total matters more than obsessing over one scary food. A moderate amount in one item can fit into your day, but moderate amounts repeated at breakfast, lunch, dinner, and snacks can add up quickly without any single meal tasting extremely salty. So the goal isn't to panic over one slice of bread, it's to find the repeated sources you eat all the time. But there's another trap, and this one is printed directly on the package. Serving size. You pick up a product, you see a sodium number that doesn't look terrible, you put it in your cart. But that number is per serving. If the package contains 2 servings and you eat both, you're consuming twice the sodium listed for 1 serving. This is especially important with foods where the amount people actually eat can exceed the labeled serving. Here's the fastest way to stop guessing. Look at the percent daily value for sodium. The FDA gives us an extremely useful shortcut. 5% daily value or less per serving is considered low. 20% or more per serving is considered high. You do not need to memorize the sodium content of every food in the grocery store. Instead, compare 2 breads, 2 wraps, 2 soups, and 2 dressings. Same type of food. Similar serving size. Now look at sodium. You can discover a major difference without changing your entire diet. And that leads to the most useful question in this whole video. Stop asking, is this food healthy? Start asking, healthy compared with what, and what does the label actually say? Choose lower sodium versions when practical. Compare breads and wraps instead of assuming they're all the same. Look for lower sodium deli meats. Check soups before buying them. For canned foods, lower sodium options and rinsing when appropriate can help reduce sodium. Use less bottled sauce or dressing, or compare brands. And when restaurant nutrition information is available, check it, because sauces, seasonings, cheeses, cured meats, and other additions can change the sodium content of a meal dramatically. None of this means sodium is poison. And it does not mean you need to fear bread, soup, chicken, sandwiches, or salad. The real problem is invisible accumulation. One choice doesn't define your diet, but the same hidden source appearing at breakfast, lunch, dinner, and snacks becomes a pattern. So remember the mistake we started with. Believing that food that looks healthy must also be low in sodium. It doesn't. The next time you buy a healthy bread, wrap, soup, sandwich ingredient, dressing, or prepared meal, turn it around before it goes into your cart. Check the serving size. Check sodium, check the percent daily value, then compare it with one alternative. That 10-second habit can reveal something the healthy-looking front of the package never told you. And if you're already managing high blood pressure, heart disease, kidney disease, or you've been given a specific sodium target, follow the plan from your healthcare professional rather than treating a general daily guideline as your personal prescription. The hidden salt problem isn't that every healthy food is secretly unhealthy. It's that food can look healthy enough to earn your trust while still carrying more sodium than you realize. Once you know where to look, it stops being hidden. If this video changed the way you look at healthy food labels, like this video and subscribe to Health for Legacy. We break down the health details that are easy to miss and show you what to do with them. Thank you for watching. Stay safe, stay healthy, and take care.